Hello viewers, welcome to UN Digital Class. In this lecture, I am going to discuss about Elgamal cryptographic system. This Elgamal cryptographic system is based upon the discrete logarithm and it is closer to the Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. Now look at this algorithm. In Elgamal crypto system algorithm, here the global elements are Q and alpha, where Q is the prime number and alpha is the primitive root of Q. Here these two elements are global, that means these two elements are known to every user. Now suppose here two users use this algorithm to send their information. Now these two users are suppose A and B. First of all, the user A generates its public key and private key by using these global elements. Now look at here the user A. The user A generates its public key and private key. In the first step, the user A select a random integer, suppose that is xa, and here xa is less than q. In the next step, the user A generates or calculates ya, which is equal to alpha to the power xa mod q. Now look at here this xa is nothing but this is the private key of user A, and here ya is nothing but that is the public key of user A. That means in our third step the private key is xa and the public key is that is equal to which contains q, alpha and ya, because here q and alpha also publicly available. These are the global elements, and here ya is generated by the user A, which is the public key for user A. After generating the key pair, then next the user B. Here the user B takes the public key of user A, because here the public key means this key is known to everyone, and here for user A the public key is this one, that is ya, and the user B now use this ya to encrypt the message M. Here user B performs encryption. For encryption, the user B first of all select a plain text. Suppose here the plain text is M. Now to encrypt this plain text, first of all the user B generates a secret key. In the next step, the user B select a random integer that is equal to k. Here k is less than q. Now here the user B, after selecting the random integer k, then in the next step it calculates the secret key, that is in the third step it calculates the secret key k. Here this k is the capital K, which is equal to ya to the power k mod q. Now look at this secret key. Here for generating this secret key, the user B uses the public key of user A. Here this ya is the public key of user A. then here this k is nothing but that is the random integer selected by the user B. Now here this k is the capital K, which is the secret key generated by the user B. After generating this secret key, then look at the fourth step. Next, in the fourth step, it calculate C1, which is equal to alpha to the power k mod q. After that, it encrypts this plain text by calculating C2 equal to km mod q. Now look at here. Here C1 and C2, these two values is our ciphertext C1, C2, and this ciphertext is transmitted to the user A. Now the user B encrypts this plain text M and generates the ciphertext that is equal to C1 and C2. Now the user A decrypts this ciphertext by generating the secret key, that is here it calculate k, which is equal to C1 to the power xa mod q. Now this is the secret key calculated by the user A. Then in the next step, it decrypts the message that is the C2 and generates the plain text M, which is equal to C2 into K inverse mod Q. This is our plain text. Now look at the encryption process and decryption process. Here in encryption process, the user B calculates the secret key k, which is equal to ya to the power k mod q, and here during the decryption process the user A calculates the secret key which value is equal to, that is k equal to C1 to the power xa mod q. Here when the user A and B performs encryption and decryption by using this key value, which is the secret key, which means this k value is equal for user A and B. Now look at the proof how this k value generated by the user A is equal to the key value which is generated by B. Here first of all I am taking this value, that is the secret key value which is generated by the user B. That means here k equal to ya to the power small k mod q, which is equal to, here ya is nothing but that is the public key of user A, and which value is equal to alpha to the power xa mod q to the power k mod q, because here this ya is substituted by this value. Then next, now use the modular arithmetic rule. That means here we can write it as alpha to the power k xa then mod q. Which is equal to alpha to the power k mod q then to the power xa mod q. Now look at this one, alpha to the power k mod q. This value is replaced by our C1 value, because here C1 value is alpha to the power k mod q, which is calculated by the user B. That means here we can replace this value as C1, that is equal to C1 to the power xa mod q. Now look at these two values. Here I am taking the secret key which is generated by the user B, that is k equal to ya to the power k mod q. Now after solving this, here I am getting the k value, this one, that is C1 to the power xa mod q. Now look at this value. This value is nothing but the secret key value which is generated by user A. That means from this you can clear that the secret key value which is generated by the user A is also equal to the secret key generated by the user B. That means here in this algorithm, the user A and user B encrypt a message by using a secret key which is only known to them, and that key is the secret for both sender and receiver. Now look at the encrypted message. Here the encrypted message is this one, that is C2 equal to km mod q. Here C2 is our ciphertext and m is our plain text and k is the secret key. From this ciphertext we generate our plain text m equal to C2 k inverse mod q. Look at this thing. Now look at this equation, how this value gives us the plain text, that is equal to m. Now here I am taking this value, that is C2 equal to km mod q. Now here I am taking k inverse and multiplying this k inverse in both sides of this equation. That means here C2 k inverse which is equal to km k inverse mod q. Now look at here, here k into k inverse, which value is 1. That means here our result is m mod q, which implies C2 k inverse equal to m mod q. That implies C2 k inverse mod q equal to m. Now look at this one. Here our plain text m which is equal to C2 k inverse mod q, and this plain text is derived by the user A by using the decryption, this value. That means here this proves that how the encryption and decryption are performed by using a secret key. This is all about the Elgamal crypto system. Now look at the difference between Diffie-Hellman key exchange and this Elgamal cryptographic system. Diffie-Hellman key exchange is nothing but that is the key exchange algorithm, that is not the encryption and decryption algorithm. But this algorithm uses the public key crypto system and it exchanges the secret key between the sender and receiver. But in your Elgamal crypto system uses the discrete logarithm algorithm. That means here it also uses the public key crypto system for generating the private key and the public key. That means here in Elgamal crypto system, in the first step it chooses a prime number q, then after that it generates its primitive root alpha, which is similar to the Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. After that it generates the key pair, that is public key and private key, which means in the next step it generates the xa, which is the private key, and this xa is nothing but that is a random integer. From that random integer the user generates its public key, which is equal to ya, and this ya is calculated from the xa and the alpha, that is the primitive root. That means ya is equal to xa to the power alpha. In the similar way, here in the Elgamal crypto system also generates the public key and private key. But here in Elgamal crypto system, after generating public key and private key, it encrypts the message by using the secret key, and this secret key is only known to the sender and receiver. Now take one example of Elgamal cryptographic system. In this example, Q value is equal to 19, alpha equal to 10. That means here Q is a prime number which value is 19 and alpha is nothing but that is the primitive root of Q. Here 10 is the primitive root of 19. These two are the global element. Now the user A calculates the public key and private key. Here the user A select a random integer xa. Suppose this xa value is 5. Now from this xa value it generates the public key, that is ya. Here ya is nothing but that is alpha to the power xa mod q. Now here alpha value is 10 to the power xa, that is 5, then mod 19. If you calculate this value, then you must get the result, that is 3. That means here the public key value is 3 and the private key value is 5. After calculating the public key and private key, then the user B which takes a message and encrypt this message. Now the encryption process by user B. Here the user B first select a plain text to encrypt. Suppose this plain text is M which value is equal to 17. Then in the next step, here the user B calculate or select a random number, that is k, which is equal to suppose 6. After selecting this random number, then it calculates the secret key, that is k, which is equal to ya to the power k mod q. That is equal to, here the value of ya is 3. That means 3 to the power 6 mod 19. When you calculate this value, then you get the result, that is 7. That means here the secret key value is 7. After that it calculate C1 which is equal to alpha to the power k mod q. Here the value of alpha is 10 to the power k means 6, then mod 19. Here the result is 11. That means our C1 value is 11. After calculating C1, then it calculates C2 which is equal to k into m mod q. Here the value of k is 7, this one, 7 into m value is 17 into 17 mod 19, that is equal to 5. That means here C1 is 11 and C2 is 5, and these C1, C2 are nothing but these are the ciphertext which is transmitted to the user A. Now the user A use the decryption algorithm. Now during the decryption, the user A generates the secret key k, that is equal to C1 to the power xa mod q. Here look at the C1 value, that is 11. That means 11 to the power xa. Xa value is 5, then mod 19. If you calculate this value, then the result is 7. Now look at this value and this value. These two values are equal because here the k is the secret key which is shared between the user A and user B. Now it decrypts the ciphertext to generate the plain text, that is M. Here M equal to C2 into K inverse mod Q. Now here the value of C2 is 5 into K inverse means that is 7 inverse mod 19, that is equal to 5 into 11. 11 is nothing but that is the multiplicative inverse of 7 into mod 19. When you calculate this value, then you get the result, that is 70. That means here our plain text is M value, which is equal to 70. This plain text is taken by the user B and it is encrypted as C1 and C2, and this C1 C2 is taken by the user A and decrypted to generate the plain text, which is equal to M, that is 17. This is all about the Elgamal cryptographic system. If you have any doubt regarding this, then you can write me in comment. I will reply you and discuss about your doubt. Thank you for watching.